The SWOT analysis is a simple tool that helps us to understand the strengths and weaknesses of our organization in relation to the opportunities and threats that the immediate business environment presents. The simplicity of SWOT means that it can easily be applied to a range of situations. It provides a framework to both capture thinking and to help present our ideas to others, but it also suffers from being subjective and often results in 4 long lists that are not weighted or prioritized in any way. Some of the issues with SWOT stem from how we complete the framework. When faced with undertaking a SWOT analysis, many people adopt a scattergun approach, completing all 4 boxes at the same time. This can result in a natural pairing of inputs, so that a strength triggers an opportunity and a weakness triggers a threat. There's no real analysis or depth of thinking going on. Others will work through the framework acronym systematically, starting with strengths in the top left quadrant and working through each box in order, finishing with threats. The real problem with this approach is that we start by looking inward. When considering strengths and weaknesses, we're taking an internal perspective first, which then conditions and potentially limits our thinking about the external opportunities and threats. We end up with a framework of fairly equally balanced comments, capturing what we think about the situation, but doing little to drive insight or analysis. We may end up with a SWOT that looks something like this. We advocate a slightly different approach. By reversing the SWOT to a TOES, we consider the external factors first. This places the emphasis on the macro-level factors that are beyond our control, but that influence our organization, and the competitive dynamics that define our business environment. We then ask ourselves what threats are presented by these external factors. How will they limit or constrain our approach? Before considering what opportunities they present, how will they offer new potential or be favourable for us? Now we turn our attention inwards and consider our weaknesses, those things that would specifically prevent us from taking advantage of the identified opportunities or make us more susceptible to the identified threats. Finally, we consider our strengths, the things that will have a positive effect on minimizing the impact of identified threats or allow us to take advantage of the opportunities. If the strength does not specifically address one of the opportunities or threats that we have identified, it should not be included. By adopting a TOES approach in this way, focusing on weaknesses and strengths that target specific threats and opportunities, we generate a more useful output. It encourages a tighter analysis that will generate greater insights, so that this becomes this. A more focused list of strengths and weaknesses that's much more useful in helping to determine a course of action and prioritize next steps.